What's the worst thing your kid's school ever did? My daughter Emma comes home acting weird. She's quiet, won't eat dinner, keeps touching her stomach. I ask what's wrong, but she just shrugs and goes to her room. Next morning, same thing. She barely touches her cereal, says her tummy feels funny. I figure it's nerves about her upcoming math test. Send her to school with a kiss, and you'll be fine, sweetie. Third day, she's pale as a ghost. Begs me not to send her to school. I check her temperature, normal, no fever, no obvious signs of sickness. I'm getting frustrated because I have an important work presentation. Tell her she's going to school. That afternoon, I get a call from the school nurse. Mrs. Johnson, Emma fainted during recess. She's conscious now, but says she feels dizzy. I drop everything and race over. Find Emma sitting in the nurse's office, crying silently. The nurse whispers to me. She keeps saying her stomach hurts, but her teacher, Ms. Rodriguez, thinks she's faking it to avoid the math test tomorrow. I discover Emma has been asking to see the nurse every single day for a week. Ms. Rodriguez kept sending her back to class, writing in Emma's planner that she was attention-seeking and disruptive. I'm furious. March straight to Ms. Rodriguez's classroom. She rolls her eyes when she sees me. Mrs. Johnson, Emma is very dramatic. She does this every time there's a test. I've taught for 20 years. I know when kids are pretending. She shows me a chart she's been keeping. Every kid who complained of stomach pain, headaches, or feeling sick. See, it's always before tests or presentations. They're all lying. When I demand to see Emma's medical requests, I find out 6 other kids in the class have complained about stomach pain this month. Ms. Rodriguez dismissed them all as copycat behavior. But then I notice something strange. Emma's friend Lily is absent today. So is Jake from her reading group. I ask where they are. Ms. Rodriguez gets defensive, says they're just out sick. I call Lily's mom. She's been in the hospital for 3 days with severe stomach issues. Jake's mom says the same thing. Now I'm panicking. I find out 12 kids from Emma's class have been hospitalized this week. The school never called any parents. They've been covering it up, claiming it's just a stomach bug going around. I demand to speak with the principal. She's nowhere to be found. The vice principal nervously tells me she's at a conference, but I see her car in the parking lot. Security guard lets slip that she's been hiding in her office all week, refusing to see parents. I sneak past the front desk and bang on the principal's door. She opens it, looking guilty as hell. Her office reeks of bleach. There are stacks of incident reports on her desk that she's been trying to shred. I grab the reports before she can stop me. Emma didn't just ask to see the nurse once a day. She asked 15 times. Other kids were throwing up in class, passing out, begging to go home, all dismissed as behavioral issues. The principal admits they knew kids were sick but thought it would blow over. The district threatened to cut funding if attendance dropped below 90%, so they forced sick kids to stay in class. That night, Emma wakes up screaming. Her stomach is rock hard, burning hot to touch. We rush to the ER. The waiting room is packed with parents from Emma's school, all with sick kids. The doctor takes one look at Emma and immediately calls for an emergency surgical team. His face goes white when I tell him which school she attends. Emma's appendix had perforated 4 days ago. She'd been walking around with septic shock while her teacher accused her of lying. The surgeon said she was hours from death, but here's the real kicker. The other kids weren't sick from food poisoning. The school had been using industrial-grade cleaning chemicals in the classrooms during lunch periods to save money on janitorial staff. 28 children were slowly being poisoned by toxic fumes every day. Emma's appendix burst from the chemical exposure and stress of constant vomiting. The principal, Ms. Rodriguez, and 3 school board members were arrested for child endangerment and conspiracy. The entire school was shut down for hazmat cleanup. Emma spent 3 weeks in ICU fighting for her life. That school nearly killed 30 children to save $50 on proper cleaning supplies.